Jasmine Crockett's voice cut through the room like a blade, sharp, unshaken, undeniable. Camera snapped, the crowd froze, every breath hanging in suspense. But how did we get here? Seconds before she delivered the line that shook America, America stood at a breaking point. Torn between old guard voices clinging to fading authority and a new generation demanding dignity. Judge Joe Brown embodied the past, brash and immovable. Jasmine Crockett, the future, steady and fearless. This wasn't just a clash of two individuals, it was a collision of eras, values, and the meaning of respect in America. But what came next would ignite more than just a courtroom-style exchange. It would light up the nation's feeds. Judge Joe Brown built his name on blunt talk and brash authority. A man unafraid to stir controversy with remarks that left critics fuming. He thrived on interruption, prided himself on dominating debates, and believed control of the narrative was always his to seize. For years, his swagger silenced challengers and commanded headlines, but arrogance has limits, and Brown was about to discover them, because while he had faced countless opponents, he had never faced an opponent quite like Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett rose from the courtroom as a lawyer fighting for the voiceless to the halls of Congress, where her sharp wit and unflinching resolve made her impossible to ignore. Time and again, she met attacks with composure, never losing her ground, always anchoring her arguments in truth. Every step of her journey had prepared her for this very moment, sharpening her into a figure both fearless and dignified. And when Judge Brown thought he could rattle her, Crockett revealed exactly why she was the wrong person to underestimate. Brown cut in mid-sentence, his voice rising as he tried to steamroll the exchange, but Crockett never flinched. She met his bluster with calm precision, each word measured, each point sharpened by logic he couldn't shake. The crowd stirred, whispers rising into a low rumble, the tension pressing against the walls. Eyes darted between them, waiting for the breaking point, but Crockett wasn't done. Her next move would silence the room. Crockett paused, letting Brown's interruptions hang in the air, then dismantled each point with calm, unyielding logic. His frown deepened, shifting nervously in his seat as her words cut through his bluster. Gasps rippled through the crowd, followed by tentative cheers that swelled into thunderous applause. Every argument he had relied on crumbled under her clarity, every claim exposed. In that moment, hero and villain stood in stark contrast, one composed, commanding respect, the other rattled, losing control, and just when it seemed over, the aftermath began to spread far beyond the room. Within minutes, clips of Crockett's takedown flooded social media, hashtags trending, shares multiplying by the second. Commentators dissected every word, celebrities weighed in, and supporters hailed her as the voice of reason America needed. Even longtime critics admitted the exchange landed with undeniable force. The applause echoed online as much as it did in the room. Yet beneath the noise of viral clips and trending hashtags, a deeper truth was taking shape. One that would challenge assumptions and shift the conversation far beyond this single moment. In that pivotal moment, Crockett transformed confrontation into a lesson in universal truth. Dignity triumphs over arrogance, reason over intimidation, and progress over the stagnation of the old guard. Her courage reflected the best of American ideals: resilience, respect, and the power of generational change. In that room, one voice reminded the nation what it means to stand firm, unwavering, even when the weight of history seems impossible to bear. Jasmine Crockett's decisive stand left no doubt. Truth, dignity, and courage had prevailed over bluster and arrogance. Her triumph was more than a personal victory. It was a reaffirmation that justice and integrity can still command respect in a world hungry for authenticity. If this moment made you believe in truth over ego, share this story, subscribe, and join a community that refuses to stay silent. Stand with voices that champion reason and resilience. And let this moment inspire action, conversation, and the unwavering belief that courage always leaves a mark worth remembering.